goes up here to this pre-retirement wallet. Now, some of it goes right back down into bucket number one in the form of future income. That's your Social Security taxes, right? There are other forms, but ultimately, some of it goes back into bucket number one. It's generally a small amount. If we're good investors, we're going to throw some money in here to our nest egg, which is bucket number two. Those are things like your IRAs, your life insurance premiums, your 401ks, stocks, bonds, and other types of investment vehicles. Now, that's what we typically think of as our retirement. When you say, how is your retirement planning coming? They're generally talking about, well, how much have you saved up for future income in bucket number two? But wait a second, we put a lot of our pre-retirement wallet here into bucket number three because we're homeowners. When you're a homeowner, you put a lot of money down in down payments, monthly payments over time. We've got maintenance, utilities, add-ons, upgrades, and all the little things that we do to make a home a home. But what really makes this boom is home appreciation. So when we're homeowners, yes, we're putting money in, but at the same time, our property value should be growing over time. Now, we don't know how much it will. Over the last 10 years, it's been fantastic, right? We've had great home appreciation. So when we get to retirement and we look at a three bucket strategy, most people actually only have a two bucket strategy. They block this off. They put home equity in the corner. But wait a second, haven't I been putting money in all of these years into this nest egg that we call home equity or housing wealth? And then we're going to put it in a corner and say that's not accessible? Usually people do that because that's for the kids, right? That's the way they think, is most people are thinking, okay, well, I want to leave my home free and clear to my kids or my grandkids or other nonprofit or whatever else. That's their legacy. And ultimately, they put that in a corner, not realizing that is your best source of cash flow in retirement because it is a non-taxable source of retirement cash flow. You could draw money from your home equity all the time. Yes, there's interest accrual, but it's a non-taxable source of retirement cash flow. It allows you to leave more money in your nest egg. It allows you to make optimal decisions about when you file for Social Security. Now, we believe a three bucket strategy is appropriate, but let's take a look at what most people do. They go right to bucket number one. When they turn 62, 63, early 60s, usually people are going to file early. Most of America files early. Why? Because they're putting money into bucket number three. A large portion of America is still making a mortgage payment. What is it? 40% of those 65 and older, 30% of those 70 and older are still making a mortgage payment, not realizing they don't have to. Not if you take a look at our system. And so they make inopportune decisions about their Social Security filing. They file early. Most of America should not. There are some people that should file early, but most of America should not. Um, Once they've filed for Social Security and ultimately they do retire, most people then go to bucket number two. They go right in order, right? One, two, and then three as a last ditch effort. But they go right to their IRAs and 401ks and start drawing money from there. The problem is there are two issues. Number one, it's taxable. And number two, it destroys the golden goose. You're killing the golden goose. Isn't that what you want to grow over time? And they think, oh, no, I'm going to leave the home to the kids. But what do the kids do with the home? They're going to list it with an agent. They're going to sell it. So you're going to have a massive hit already with real estate commissions and costs and transaction costs. But most people are going to reserve that for the kids. Well, the kids could inherit an IRA, 401k, life insurance. We find that a lot of people stop paying their life insurance premiums because they need the cash flow to pay bucket number three because they're still making a mortgage payment, not realizing they don't have to do that anymore. So a three bucket strategy can be a little bit more efficient. I'll add another reason in here. Your CPA or financial advisor can manage your adjusted gross income each year. Here's a tax threshold. You want to stay underneath it. How do you do that? Well, you draw from bucket number 3. It's a non-taxable source of retirement cash flow. Allows you to stay in a lower tax bracket, which has all kinds of advantages. All right, so that's the 3 buckets